Attention! Go.
As we move down to the start now of the Thames Challenge Cup. In the Bark station on the left, it's N.S.R Oslo from Norway. And in the Buck station on the right-hand side, London Rowing Club B.
Attention! Go!
We saw the hand go up of the coxswain of the London Rowing Club B crew. Looked like she knew, Charlotte Fiscone, that she was just pointing into the middle of the river, probably a little far off her station. London getting the call from the umpire to correct. We can see them moving back over to their station now.
N.S.R Oslo obviously know this course well. They just lost in the finals of last year. And they have half the crew returning.
London Rowing Club B crew, they're working hard, but you can see that they just don't quite have the strength and the composure of this Norway crew, who are really sitting back, finishing the strokes right off. London sitting probably just a little far over their handles. They really need to start to relax into a bit more of a powerful rhythm if they're going to try and match it here with the Oslo crew.
Oslo crew composed of most of the under-23s and junior internationals from Norway.
And N.S.R Oslo, Norway, of course, they've been here before, staying really composed, certainly here for the long game, looking through to get through to Sunday and hopefully go one better this year. But we have 577 crews competing at Henley this year from 15 different nations.
You can see N.S.R Oslo just reaching out a little bit more. Obviously they can relax now, whereas Thames is really trying to put everything they can into the first half of the race.
And I think that when you're coming up against a crew who is one of the favourites, who you know that you're going to have a really tough race against, I mean, it's the only option in terms of the race plan. You're not going to make up that distance later on, so you really do have to get yourself in it, particularly in the 8. I mean, you can't afford to be dropped. It's just too difficult to come back from. So I think that the London Rowing Club crew would be looking to put it all out there, see where they are.
I'm sure the race plan is the barrier, and then we'll decide after that. Oslo probably loves, they think this water looks rough, they race in the Oslo harbor. So they're enjoying the calmer water here at Henley. Now, 2 of the crews that lost last year's Thames Cup is racing later on today in the Britannia Cup. So there's obviously some nice talent at N.S.R Oslo.
Yeah, and we can see that great shot from above. I mean, they're just totally in time, aren't they?
Yes, the blade work is impeccable. And Thames now is just trying to stay outside their puddles as they fall 2 lengths behind.
And if you were the coxswain in the London Rowing Club crew, Sean, what would you be saying to your crew at this point?
Well, you'd have to just relax. You can't hammer and get ahead. But that's easy to say because they're behind and there's a reason. And really, you just have to stay relaxed and composed and try to change the small things and just try to reach out a bit more, relax, and finish the stroke. You can see they're just a little bit rough and not holding on to the water, which is harder to do in this rough water, but it's essential to get those last few inches on every stroke.
You really need that time in the 8 to finish the strokes off. I think sometimes in the 8, because it is so hard and so fast, it's a little deceptive watching it on TV. It always looks a lot slower than it feels, but it's such a hard and fast boat that you can get caught in that trap of rowing it hard and fast when really you want to hang on to the stroke, you want to lengthen it out, you want to stay composed, and you want to slow it down as much as possible.
Yes, the secret is in an 8 is certainly to get a longer stroke so you have more room to accelerate your power and not punch your way through it. But still, it's showing the depth of the London Rowing Club barn, so to speak. This is their B boat. Still staying respectable with Oslo, who will be facing the A crew relatively soon.
Yeah, that's right. Great performance here from London Rowing Club for their B crew, as you say, to really be taking it to N.S.R. Oslo from Norway. They knew they had a big task for them to be able to get through.
And now that first half of the race where your game plan was front-end loaded, you have to survive the second half. And they're doing a nice job. N.S.R. still getting their relaxation, similar to Thames, so it'll be a good race when they meet.
Certainly one of the crews to watch as we get closer to the weekend. N.S.R. Oslo, Norway, looking really comfortable now, hanging on to those finishes, sending the boat away, doing just what they need to get that win and get through, all importantly, to tomorrow's round in the Thames Challenge Cup over London Rowing Club B crew. Valiant effort there by London Rowing Club, but up against one of the favourites, N.S.R. Oslo.